we are not always aware that everything around us is actually subconsciously affecting our mind, our heart, our vibration. And so if we become aware of that, start looking around you like these images, these colors, is this uplifting me? Is this feeling good for me? And when you start becoming aware of that, that's the first step, I always say.
I love that. The awareness is the first step.
Can I ask a question that she's not expecting? and that is this. We're concentrating on our home because that's our temple. Is it possible, however, that feng shui can also help like corporate buildings, banks, airports, things like that?
Yes, and that's one of the things I do. I help also organizations, hotels. I have not done airports yet, but I have done casinos. So,
oh, wow.
So, yes, of course it is, because that's where so many people connect. Yeah, and they're working there. So it will influence not just where you live, where you sleep, but also where you work. Yeah.
And is there any colors that you love to work with? Because colors have vibration, and the different mixing of colors has different energies.
Correct. And so, first of all, I want to comment on your beautiful royal blue background, but it's actually a color of the first color of success in the quantum field. It's a royal blue, and it makes you stand out. It brings you to a royal level. That means to the best level possible. So it's, of course, the color of Archangel Michael. So it's the color of power in the universe, the color of the creative force of the universe. So that is one of the best colors to have.
I had no idea, but I love that.
Wait
I'm just naturally attracted to blue.
We did that because you're a goddess, and you're royalty.
Well, okay. Well, let's tell us more.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So there are 24 what I call quantum colors that really affect your enlightenment. And so royal blue is one of them, of course. But another one is, for example, gold. Yeah. But to connecting with the abundance of the universe. And so when you add things around you that are gold looking, so I'm here in a hotel room, but I really love this hotel room because it has this golden look just by the colors already around it. Yeah. And so adding some colored items around you that are made out of gold, or even if they just look like gold, will actually uplift your vibration, not just to connect with the abundance of money, but also abundance of spirit. Because if we think about the ones that have the golden light, there are the masters, the angels. So it's like you're uplifting yourself to the best level of your spirit. So this is like a color I always suggest to have around you, even if it's like on your certificates, you put them in a golden frame, or you have golden awards or gold looking awards, put that out there. So it's all what you place around you. But of course, there are several other steps that we can go into that. But color-wise, there are colors specifically for love. If you, for example, want to attract love that you put in your bedroom, like rose and orange and reds. And again, this is about acupuncture. It's not like you have to overwhelm yourself with these colors. I would never paint a bedroom totally in red. I think that's just a little bit too much, to be honest.
It's almost like overcompensating.
Yes, overcompensating.
Yes, correct. So just be careful about that. But also everybody, based on their personal birthday, there are certain colors that actually work better for them. So I always will wear something in white and something in blue and gold, if possible. There's a little bit of gold here. And so because these are really good colors for me. Yeah. So depending on people's birthday, there are certain colors that work better for them.
So you said birthday, so it's more specific than just the month.
Correct. So yes, so we are actually always looking for the energy number. And so you actually can go to my Marie Diamond free app where you can put in your, you go to the app and you will actually be able to put in your birthday and your gender. So it's the birth gender connect with your DNA. And then you will get an energy number. And so there's a number between 1 and 9. And so, for example, I'm a 5, I'm a connector. And then based on that, there are specific directions that really work for you. And you then actually will get on the app. This is for free. You can look into that. And you will get a compass. Yeah. And so this compass is actually showing a success, a relationship, a health, and a wisdom direction. So what people do is they have to always try to look at their home as a three-dimensional vision board, but there's certain compass direction that are helping you and others that are just not working for you. So you see there's some areas that are empty. Yeah, there's nothing working there for you. So it means there's like no flow there. Yeah. So one of the first steps is that you always, whenever you're sitting in a room, I don't know, you're in the studio right now, but like in the dining room or in your workspace or in the living room, always try to sit yourself in such a position that you see the door where people come in, the main door of that room where people come to you. When you place yourself there, you actually are in what I call the queen or the king position. Your energy is royal. You are strong. You have a positive vibration. So never sit with your back to the door because you're changing your vibration. Actually, you're changing your brain waves even. So when you're sitting, seeing the door, you actually literally will be able to connect in with alpha, theta, and delta vibrations. Also, when you do healing, always make sure, even if your eyes are closed, that you are seeing people coming in because your vibrations will be higher. If you're with your back to the door, you actually go into beta vibration where you, of course, are more in issues with concentration, with focus, and you are more in fear. The second possibility is that you will try to face one of your good directions. So you try to see the door, and then you always try to look at one good direction. Right now, I'm looking at my wisdom direction. What is perfect because I'm teaching. Yeah. But for example, when I'm in my office, I always try to focus on my success direction because I'm in my business at that point. When I have, for example, dinner with my loved ones, I try to face my relationship direction because you're reconnecting in with the universe through a different portal of energy. But the most important thing also is that you can activate your room, and especially your living room where you live, your office or workspace, wherever that might be, your bedroom, where you're sleeping, and you then will use this compass and you're standing in the center of that space and look what is in your success direction. If in your success direction you have clutter, you're actually blocking energetically the success portal between you and the universe. If you have a garbage bin there or a paper shredder, even worse, you're actually saying, I shred all my success and my money. Yeah. So in a bedroom, you of course want to focus on your romantic life. So you'll check in, where is my relationship direction? So for me, that is west, but that for somebody else, it can be north or south or southeast. I don't know. That depends on your birthday. And there you want to put on pictures of, people that you love, first of all, your romantic partner. I was today in the bedroom of quite a celebrity here in Jordan. And so in that area of the relationship direction, there was a little fridge. So I'm like, well, this is not very romantic, to put a freezer, a little fridge, right? Something that becomes cold. And I said, how's your relationship been doing? Well, it could warm up. So
what was the solution?
That's where you put your beer. Come on. You got to have that. Sorry, folks. Don't send me letters, okay?
So what was the solution to warming up? Get rid of the fridge, or you just put a picture of a fire on the fridge?
No, remove the fridge because the fridge is too important because it's a big piece and you're opening it up all the time and there's cold water in there or cold beer or whatever it is. So you move it away. I don't think a fridge is a good thing in a bedroom. First of all, it should be in the kitchen, right? Or in a storage place. So I asked them to put a table there with some beautiful pictures, first of all, of the couple, and then pictures with their children. Mm-hmm. And then depending on their direction, and that's something that the apps help you with. There could be crystals or candles or other elements that we can place there to make it like a little bit more really telling the universe what you desire. So I don't think that person would desire to have a cold relationship, right? So but we don't know sometimes what we place there, but we forget that this is influencing us 24 hours a day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So even if you're not in that bedroom, it still influences your relationship or influences your health. Like somebody, I was just in another home here, and they had in the health direction, they actually had files for their company. Yeah. And I said, well, I don't know, but are you very stressed about your company? Oh, yes, I'm all the time stressed. No, it's in your health direction. So this will actually influence your health. So, let's take that out there and put something, could be a blossoming plant, could be a crystal that you really love, could be images or books on health, or could be deities about that are supporting you with health, or masters or coaches supporting you with a good health. So, or even your sport equipment, or your vitamins, you can really play with that. And you will see in the app, there's all free videos that you can help you to find out what you need to do. And so it's like a free mini course to really start for you working with feng shui.
I have a question. Is there a health corner or general place in your home that could be designated as the health place?
Yes, so you can go personally, of course, for everyone. That works more directly because it's so personal. But if you want, you can always look generally. And the general health corner is actually two areas. First of all, it's the center of the house. And so the center of the house, you always want to make sure there's no clutter in that area. You want to keep it open. You can put a crystal there because crystals are always very good to have in the center. If you, for example, have a bathroom in the center, it will affect the health of everybody. So you always want to make it then clean and clear so that no trash there. But also the east section. So the east section works for everyone in the house. And but you also, if you, let's say you have a garage there, you cannot say, well, I undo my garage, right? The garage is there, but then make sure it keeps organized and clean. There's fresh air there. You clean it regularly. So, but if, for example, the east is in your living room, then you can, say, well, everybody, as we're there, will feel much more healthier. So it's always it's good to have active places like a living room or a bedroom or an office in the general east direction instead of a bathroom or a kitchen, because it really affects the health of everyone.
If today there's a new kind of room that wasn't there even 20 years ago, it's the entertainment room. Many people are building rooms that they just have for sitting and watching television or whatever. What do you recommend for that room?
Well, for that room, I always suggest to definitely place some pictures of the family, because you're hanging out there with the family. Yeah. So you can make like a family wall, like with memories, like even from the children are smaller till they're older now, right? So make it also very cozy, put some plants there. Always make sure, and this is a little tip for both of you in your studio, you have very sharp edged plants. And so these are actually not good for feng shui. They're very close to you, so they will affect your energy field. And they actually, as they're so close to you, it will actually affect your recognition level. So I actually would suggest for your studio to change the plants on the left and the right side, make sure they're more round leaves. The recognition and the reach of your beautiful show will go beyond what you have now. Yeah.
That is brilliant. I'm gonna do that now.
We're gonna have to do that now. I wondered why that plant was talking to me like that. All that. What is the name?
Yeah, because it's very, very close to you, and it affects your nervous system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it becomes that you are faster tired and exhausted after a time in the studio. So just move them away that you don't see them, or put, so the bouquet of flowers in the middle is gorgeous. That's amazing. So definitely bouquet of flowers also in the entertainment room is really beautiful. But, make it sure that it's very cozy, and add some warm tones like warm yellows, warm reds to an entertainment room.
What is the name of your app?
The name of the app is Marie Diamond, so
Okay.
it's very easy, and
Easy to find.
you will see it says energy number.
Okay, because I know people are asking that right now. As soon as you showed the app, they say, "Okay, I'm searching for it right now." Good. That's the name of your app is your name.
What I
Perfect.
love is the simplicity
Oh, yeah.
of the tools that you are providing for us. Very simple. You don't have to go and change and get an architect to redesign the whole building.
right.
You work with what you have and you implement the tools. Like you said, sometimes it's an acupuncture point.
Right.
We are getting close to the end of our time together, which is unbelievable to believe. Are there any final words that you wish to share with everyone?
I do. So thank you, first of all, for having me here. And so even if you feel it's quite overwhelming to start, then start at least with creating space, some decluttering in the spaces where you sleep, where you live, where you work, organizing things to create some space for abundance to come in, to feeling better. And then, just start with the app. It is about simplicity. It's not about suddenly changing walls and doors and windows. It's about really seeing your home as a body that you are redirecting the flow of energy.
Well, I love everything that you've said. I really can't wait to get the app on my phone, because straight away I want to be able to go into my home using the compass. And my home, a lot of things, they give me joy. So I want to be able to look at how I can just tweak it so that it goes from joy to exponential joy. Lastly, just before we close, I would love to hear a story of someone who you took from one level and transformed them just from those tools.
Well, I just want to share a story that of a man that 3 years ago, he was living in a tent camp in LA. And so he found me on YouTube, and he started practicing these very simple things just by putting Post-it notes on his tent camp to put in his success direction, his health, relationship, and wisdom direction. And within a few weeks, he received an old car. And then he took that car and all the time used the same principles in that old car from every parking where he went. Well, 3 years later, and a few months ago, he called me and said, Marie, I live now in a 3-bedroom apartment. I have a girlfriend. All my problems with the law are resolved. I have a great job. And as I couldn't afford anything at that moment, and I just did all the free tips that you did, I now can say I have saved enough money to spend an hour with you in a personal consultation. Oh. And that was just so amazing, because he told me that he's going back to the tent camp every week to teach people with the app how to actually bring people out of their situation. And that for me is one of my dearest stories.
I love that.
That is the best story you could have told us.
That is such a dear story to me as well.
It's wonderful.
So thank you, Marie.
What a privilege. Thank you, dear, so much.
Thank you so much, and good luck with your show, and a wonderful time for everybody watching this.
Great.
Thank you so much. Well, I know what you are all going to do in the 10-minute break. It's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to download the app.
Get it going on your phone.
So download the app. But also, you can find out more about Marie Diamond on YouTube. Also, her website, mariediamond.com. And we are now going to take a 10-minute